Here we have our CenterPoint Hornet. We're gonna get everything unboxed and walk you through how to get it put together. We're gonna locate our 2 rubber pads and a metal plate. You'll see on the metal plate, there's a dimple. That dimple's gonna go out and our locking screw is gonna seat into that dimple. So we're gonna take our limbs. You'll see on the front, we have 2 green indicators. A rubber pad is gonna go on the front and one is gonna go on the back in alignment with each other. And our metal plate is gonna go on the front. And those are gonna line directly between our green indicators on the front of the limbs. We're gonna move our limb in through the opening in the front of the bow and align those pads so that the dimple aligns with your locking screw on the front. So you can visually look in and see that our screw is aligned with that dimple on the metal plate. And when you've confirmed that it is, we're gonna go ahead and snug that up. Once that's fully seated, we're gonna go ahead and insert our limb tips onto the end of the limb, ensuring that the shelf on the limb tip is facing outward or towards the front of the bow. And use some force to put those on. All right, so with our limb tips installed, we're gonna take our stringer, install that onto each end of the limb tips, which is gonna allow us to put our string on. So when you look at the stringer, there's a loop on each end. It's gonna attach onto the limb tips so that that loop is seated onto the shelf on the limb tip. So once your stringer is installed onto the limb tips, we're gonna go ahead and cock the bow back using the disengage in the rear and hinging the bow at the back until it's locked into place. So once we have our stringer installed, we're gonna take the actual bowstring, we're gonna thread it through the loop on the stringer on each side, securing the end loop on the string into the notch on each limb tip. So with our string installed, we're gonna move the safety from the safe to fire position, pull the trigger, which will release our stringer, allow the bow to come back to brace. So we'll move our safety into fire, which releases our stringer. You can pop that stringer off the bow. From there, we're gonna mount our foregrip. It slides onto the Picatinny rail on the bottom side of the bow. And it's adjustable, so you can adjust that in a comfortable position. Once you've found that position, you're gonna take your 2 screws, align those through the holes in the Picatinny rail. Once you have your foregrip in place, we're gonna use the supplied nuts, which slide into that foregrip, and we can secure our foregrip into place. The Hornet Crossbow comes with 2 sighting systems. It comes standard with the iron sights that are already gonna be installed on the bow, or it does come with a red dot as well. If you choose to install the red dot, remove the iron sight from the Picatinny rail on top and slide that red dot on. And you've now completed the assembly process of your Hornet Crossbow.